Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to do a 101 on how to fire up a half-scale steam traction engine. This is a half scale of a 1915 65 horse case. It's a single cylinder and it is a rear mount engine. Follow along. First, we're going to start by swabbing the flues. This cleans out the previous day's soot and ash that has built up along the flues of the previous days of running. The next step is to get the ashes and old fire out of the engine. First, we knock down all the ash from on top of the grates down to the ash pan, and then we'll open up the ash door and rake it all out. On a case, your tricocks are on the sight glass on the side of the boiler. Right here you have your sight glass, since our water level is right even with the peg. You have your top tricock, your middle, and then your bottom down here at the very bottom. Those are for in case the glass inside the sight glass was to ever break. You can close these two valves and use these valves to determine your water level. If it's just steam above, say this, since this valve right here is above the water level, if I was to open this when it's under steam, all it would blow out is steam. Since this one and this one are below the water level in the boiler, they would blow out a mixture of steam and water. And everything has been greased and oiled. It is time to light the fire. want some smaller stuff that'll catch a little easier. Throw a rag with some accelerant on it. Like that. Feed it to it. Open up our draft door. That way the fire gets sufficient air. Not quite close it because we don't want to blow out. And we're lit. We wait for all that to catch and start to burn down before we add more. After some time, now the boiler is actually starting to get hot, and we're now able to start switching it over to coal. Bad was too small for the little girl. Now that we got some steam on the gauge, just about 25 pounds, we can go ahead and turn on the blower. That creates a forced draft to the fire, which will help speed up the fire up process. Now that we're above 50 pounds, we can go ahead and open up the steam dome valve. That allows steam to get to the throttle valve that can go later into the engine. Next, we want to make sure our cylinder cocks are open. That way, the condensation of the hot steam hitting the cold steel doesn't create water and break the cylinder, since water does not compress. Next, we can adjust our reversing lever, give it a little bit of throttle. Now we'll let the engine slowly roll over and let it get some heat inside the cylinder. Once the engine is up to temp, we can go ahead and shut our cylinder cocks. And now the engine is ready to roll. Unfortunately, while editing, I found out a lot of my video files got corrupted. So it's officially time for a new filming and editing system. Bear with us, we've only got a couple more videos until that problem will be resolved. But I'd like to thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And we'll see you all in the next one.